Alright, and we are live. Good evening po sa inyong lahat mga kaguro. And of course, welcome back to Gurong Pinoy. We would like to welcome our newbies no, sa mga kaka-tune in pa lamang po sa atin. Welcome all of you. And of course, please do like or follow our page. No? Ganun din po sa ating YouTube channel. If this is your first time to watch us, make sure that you are subscribed and that you go back to our YouTube channel. There's hundreds of videos that can help you pass the LEP. And especially sa mga members po ng ating Team PSA, we would like to welcome all of you back. These are the members who can answer our quizzes every weekend. They can download our materials, our PowerPoint presentation. They enjoy the full-length videos of our discussion. And of course, they also have their free pre-board and their free final coaching. So again, if you are still not a member of Team PSA, magpa-member na po kayo for Team PSA. No? The membership is until September of 2022. There's no other payment. There's no monthly payment. It's a one-time payment. And again, you can enjoy all the materials that we have. You don't need to screenshot. You don't need to copy or take down any notes because you can easily just download the presentation that I'm using. All right, so tonight's discussion is centered on hang on. Okay, so ating pong discussion tonight is for professional education. Now, these are items 26 until 50, still part of the diagnostic test for March 2022. But before that, of course, let us all start with our opening prayer. So please join me with our prayer. We thank you for this new day, Lord. Help us to embrace all that it may hold for us, to hear the bird song and have new melodies in our hearts, to see the sunrise and create beauty with our hands, to touch the leaves that grow afresh and allow your love to touch our hearts, to smell the fragrance of the flowers and breathe in the wonder of your creation, to dwell on the beauty of our world and study and fathom your miracles, to enjoy the conversations we have and the lessons we go to. May we drink in all the goodness you have for us. Amen. Okay, so as I have mentioned, tonight's discussion is centered on professional education. Again, if you are still not a member of Team PSA, we still have our promo, no? May promo pa rin po tayo. Meron din po tayong barkada package, no? So magtanong lamang po kayo sa ating Facebook page. Huwag po kayong comment ng how or interested. Diretso na po, mag-send na po kayo ng private message, no? Diyan po sa ating Facebook page, which is Gurong Pinoy. Now, if you are watching us on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and of course, please share our video. If you are watching us on Facebook, please like this video, of course, share this video, start a watch party or tag your friends. Again, napaka-importante po that you are sharing our video so that we can reach out to more people. Mas marami pa po tayong matulungan, no? And of course, maraming salamat to all our star senders and super chatters. You can continuously support us, no? Sa mga nagsusupport po sa Gurong Pinoy by sending stars and by sending their super chat, super stickers. Maraming salamat po. Sa mga magsisend pa po, thank you so much. Again, please do like this video, heart this video, share this video. We will start in a few minutes. Okay, paki-share na po ng ating video, mag-like na po ng ating video. May 150 plus pa na hindi nagla-like, no? Maraming salamat sa ating mga star senders, Sir Marlon Ventura Lim. Thank you po. All star senders, super chatters, maraming salamat po. Thank you so much for supporting Gurong Pinoy. Sa lahat ng ating newbies, and of course, nakalimutan ko yung Team Thunders, no? Yung mga matagal na dito, medyo lumang membro na, no? Siguro 2020 pa nandito na. Nung nag-start yung ating online discussion, nandito na sila, no? And of course, we would like to welcome our Team Thunders, Team Newbies, Team PSA, at sa mga kaka-tune in pa lamang, mag-subscribe at mag-follow po kayo sa ating Facebook page. Ma'am Mary Jang Bakonga, maraming salamat po for sending stars. Again, to all our star senders, thank you so much. Sir Johnny Domingo, maraming salamat po. And ganun din po sa ating mga super chatters, no, sa YouTube channel. Thank you so much for supporting us. Okay, again, please do like this video. Mag-like na po kayo ng video at mag-share ng ating video. And And of course, no, bukas po ay Valentine's Day. So sana happy ang lahat, no? Happy ang lahat for Valentine's Day bukas. Kung single ka man, or married ka man, or taken in a relationship, no? Lahat tayo maging happy bukas, and of course, maging safe, no? Kanya-kanyang diskarte na kung paano tayo maging masaya bukas, no? Kahit na wala kang jowa, pwede naman. With family na lang yung Valentine's Day. Okay, like this video. Paki-like na po. 100 plus pa yung hindi nagla-like, no? Paki-like na po ng ating video, and of course, share our video. Okay, we start with question number 26. Again, we are starting question number 26 tonight because, of course, last Sunday, we've discussed questions 1 until 25 for Prof. Ed, no? So, March 2022 diagnostic test ito. All right, question number 26. One of the following quotations does not conform to the Christian doctrine of education for humanitarianism. Which one is it? Letter A, do unto others as you would like others to do unto you. Letter B, love thy neighbor as thyself. Letter C, not on bread alone is a man to live, but on every utterance that comes from the mouth of God. Or letter D, whatever good things we do to our poor, helpless brothers, we do it for God. Okay, which one is your choice? Aba, rancor ako bukas, sabi ni Sir Rainer. Bitter ka bukas. Okay? Ako virtual na lang yung date, no? Kapag yung mga LDR, virtual na lang yung date. Stay safe. Anong ibig sabihin nyo ng stay safe? Stay safe saan? Yung mga magdi-date daw, stay safe. Okay, letter C. I see a lot of letter C's. Okay, for number 26. Letter C. Again, please do like our video and share our video. Ayun, tama yan. Si Ma'am Beverly Fabro daw magmamarathon na lang sa Gurong Pinoy YouTube channel instead na maghanap ng date, no? Walang ka-date. Okay, letter C. Let's go back to your question. Okay, so sabi ng question mo dito, isa sa ating quotations ay hindi nagko-conform, no? Hindi nagfa-follow sa Christian doctrine of education for humanitarianism. Okay, now we all know when you say humanitarianism, this is how you deal with your fellow men. Okay, so kung paano ka makipagkapwa, no? Makipagkapwa tao. So isa sa kanila, does not conform with it. Okay, it does not follow. It is not talking about humanitarianism, how you deal or how you interact with other people. So which one is it? And the correct choice here is letter C, no? So kasi yung letter C, siya yung choice natin na hindi to talk about, hindi nagdi-discuss about having relationships with other people. Kasi sabi ng letter A mo, do unto others. Okay? So kung anong gusto mong gawin sa'yo, gawin mo sa kapwa mo. This is the golden rule, of course, no, from Confucius. Letter B naman, love thy neighbor as thyself. Okay, pero wag mo namang i-love yung asawa ng neighbor mo, no? Hindi po 'yan, hindi po literal yung interpretation dapat. Letter D, whatever good things we do to our poor, helpless brothers, we do it for God. Okay? So lahat ng ito, A, B, and D are talking about how you interact with your fellow men, how you interact with your neighbors, with your brothers, no? So letter C lang yung hindi. Kasi letter C is talking about the relationship of man with God. Okay, so man with God. Not on bread alone, but on every utterance that comes from the mouth of God. Okay, and so letter C is our choice for question number 26. All right, we move on with question number 27. The progressivists emphasize the individuality of the child. What is the concern of the Reconstructionists? Is it letter A, experiential learning, letter B, socialization, letter C, social problems, or letter D, social norms? Okay, what is your choice? Hindi daw na-apply ng mga marites yung letter B. Love thy neighbor as you love yourself, no? As you love thyself. Masyado ka ngang love ng mga marites mong neighbor kasi masyado silang concerned sa buhay mo. Yung buhay mo lagi binabantayan nila, no? All right, number 27, we have ACD, samut-sari. Oy, meron din letter B. Okay, so kompleto yung ating answers, yung answers nyo for number 27, may A, B, C, D. Alin kaya ang tumpak sa inyong choices? Again, please do like this video. Mag-like na po ng ating video, no? May heart po dyan. I-click nyo lang po yung heart icon and of course, share our video para mas marami pang marites, no? Makakita ng ating video. Newbie, Sir Norton Vlog. Hello po. Okay, I see a lot of letter C's for 27. Sabi dito, what is the concern of Reconstructionists? If you can remember your social Reconstructionism, or sometimes it's also called social Reconstructivism. Sabi nila, teach the child the methods, teach the child the techniques, or the ways that he can use so that he can change the society into a better one. No? So changing the society into a better one. Making a better society. Yan yung sabi ng inyong social reconstructivism or social reconstructionists. And so the correct choice here would be social problems. No? Yung concern nila, what is the concern of your reconstructionists? Their concern is about social problems. And so they are trying to teach our kids, they're trying to use education so that the kids, the children, the youth, no, who are going to, of course, become the leaders in the future, would know how to take care of our society, would know how to address those problems, no, those social problems that we have in our society. And so letter C is tumpak for number 27. Okay, so number 27, C po, hindi socialization, social norms, experiential learning, hindi po social problem yung pinaka-concern nila. Okay, next we go to number 28, giving education the highest budgetary allocation. The Philippine government recognizes the possible contribution to its future citizens, the possible contribution of its future citizens to the national development goals of the Philippine society, which stress this goal of education for social transformation. Is it letter A, Athenian education, letter B, followers of Christ, letter C, Greek education, or letter D, Roman education? Dito muna ako sa mga marites. Sino yung mga marites? Sir Ricardo Olivar. Maraming salamat, Sir Joseph Gutierrez, for tagging your friends. Again, please do share and love this video. Thank you po. And of course, please send us your stars to show support to Gurong Pinoy. Also, send us super chat, super stickers. If you are watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. Okay, I see these. These. Okay, there's so many Ds in our chat box. Tumpak kaya ito or ligwak kaya sila? Okay, so sabi dito, no? Giving education the highest budgetary allocation, the Philippine government recognizes the possible contribution of its future citizens to the national development goals of the Philippine society. So sabi, binibigyan ng malaking budget yung ating education by the government because we know that our students, no, our future citizens are going to continue and are going to fulfill the national development goals of our society. So which stress this goal of education for social transformation, making your society a better one, training your citizens to become productive, responsible citizens, no? Kaninong tenet ba yan? Kaninong belief? Is it Athenian education, followers of Christ, Greek education, or Roman education? The correct choice, of course, would be letter D. Tama yung letter D mo. That is Roman education, no? Civil service. Sabi ng Roman education, no? Civil development. So train the kids, train the students so that they can become responsible and useful individuals, useful citizens in the future. Kaya yun yung sabi ng ating first sentence dito sa ating question. And so letter D is tumpak. Now, Athenian education, of course, is part of Greek education. Now, there's two parts here. Yung Greek education mo has two parts. There's Athenian, and of course, there's also the Spartan education. No? Magkaiba sila ng focus. Yung Athenian education mo focuses on the mind, body, and soul. No? So, holistic education. May tutoring silang ginagawa. No? So, train the child to be a complete individual. Hindi lamang yung brain, yung inyong dinidisiplina, or hindi lamang yung brain yung inyong pinapractice. You also have to enrich the body and the soul, no? So kahit na skills and also of course the affective domain should also be satisfied. Sabi naman ng Spartan education mo, military training, no? So military service. Yan yung focus ng yung Spartan, still part of your Greek education. Followers of Christ, of course, this is teaching the words of Christ. Okay, but we are looking for letter D here. So D is tumpak for number 28. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Angelica Capa, for sending stars. Now, number 29, virtue is as one component in the teaching of Rizal as a course, focuses on the teaching of good and beauty consistent with the good and beauty in God. What philosophy supports this? Is it letter A, existentialism, letter B, idealism, letter C, progressivism, or letter D, social reconstructionism? Ma'am Marites, maraming salamat. Ayan na si Ma'am Marites, hinahanap nyo. Ang ganda ng pangalan ni Ma'am Marites. Maraming salamat po. And of course, thank you, no? Thank you sa lahat ng ating star senders. Sa mga hindi ko na-mention na nag-send ng stars, pasensya na po. Maaaring hindi ko nakita, no, yung inyong comment. But maraming salamat. We acknowledge and of course, we appreciate your support to Gurong Pinoy. Again, paki-share po ng ating video and paki-heart or like ng ating video. So may mga ka-date daw bukas na mag-enjoy, pero stay safe. Pag blurred po, paki-ayos po ng inyong video quality. Nasa video quality nyo po yan. Hanapin nyo po yung 3 dots at i-change po ang inyong video quality. Okay, letter B. Ma'am Feisty Chic Collections. Ang fierce. Okay, ng pangalan ni Ma'am, no? Maraming salamat po for sending stars. BBB, ang daming B, no? And so, for number 29, we're talking about virtue, teaching of good, beauty, teaching of God, no? And so the correct choice here would be letter B, idealism. This is part of idealism. Remember, when you say ideal, it means perfect, perfectionism, virtues, good, beauty. Okay, so lahat ng positive nandyan sa ideal. Kaya nga sinasabi mo nga, siya yung aking ideal man, siya yung aking ideal boyfriend, no? So maswerte ka kung yung ideal boy mo, ideal boyfriend mo ay yung Valentino mo bukas, no? Or ideal girl mo ay siya rin yung Valentina mo bukas, no? So ideal, perfect, beauty, good, no? So virtues, kasama siya sa idealism. And of course, you know the rest of the things that we have there. Existentialism is teaching independence, no? May independence, may choice yung students, but of course, the student should also be responsible, no, for all the effects of the choice that he or she has made. Okay, so kung ano mang mangyari bukas sa inyong date, no, at kung meron mang negative effect in the future, dapat choice nyo yan, no? Sabi ng existentialism, it was your choice, you made that decision, no? You had the freedom to do what you did during Valentine's Day, so ikaw din yung mag-face ng consequences in the coming months, no? So yan yung sabi ng existentialism. Freedom of choice, but also coming with that choice would be your responsibility. Progressivism naman, this is all modern day methods of teaching, no? So ito yung kabaliktaran ng essentialism. Essentialism are very traditional. Progressivism naman very forward, no? Very modern approach to teaching. So individualized learning, may individual differences, multiple intelligences, may experiments, no? These are all part of progressivists. Social reconstructionism, we've talked about this in the first item that we had today. So sabi ng social reconstructionist mo, or second item, sabi ng social reconstructionist mo, teach the children, teach the students so that they can make a better society, no? So that they can address the social problems. But here, letter B is tumpak. Sana all busy sa date. Huwag naman kayong bitter. Hayaan nyo na sila. Number 30, which philosophy has the educational objective to indoctrinate Filipinos to accept the teachings of the Catholic Church, which is to foster faith in God? Is it letter A, realism, letter B, pragmatism, letter C, idealism, or letter D, existentialism? Okay. Good luck sa mga may ka-date tomorrow, sabi ni Sir Rainer Karikain. Sana all may ka-date. Okay, number 30, what's your choice? Number 30. Number 30, ICCs. May ilang A and B, no? May mga naliligaw na A and B. Letter C. Okay, so sabi dito, no, this is very much like the previous item, no? Katulad siya ng previous item. Again, indoctrination, accepting the teachings of the Catholic Church, no? To foster faith in God. God, beauty, virtues, no? Perfection. Ito yung mga hints natin. And so you know that here we are looking for letter C. Idealism po ito, no? So again, kapag ka-ideal, perfection, God, virtues, beauty, goodness, okay? So yan yung mga terms nyo whenever you are looking for idealism. Realism, sabi ng realism mo, something, an object exists, no? An object is real kahit na wala pang nakakakita, no? So walang tumitingin sa kanya, it is real, no? So an object exists independent of its observer. An object exists independent of its observer. So kahit na walang nakatingin, nag-e-exist siya. Real yung object na yan. Pragmatism means practicality. Teach only what is practical. Teach only what is going to be useful. No? Existentialism, we've talked about this. Freedom of choice, but coming with that choice would also be responsibility. So letter C, idealism is tumpa. Sir Rainer Karikain, thank you po for your stars. Maraming salamat po. Number 31, which influenced the military training requirements among students in the secondary and tertiary levels? Letter A, Chinese. Letter B, Greeks. Letter C, Orientals. Or letter D, Romans. Okay, what's your choice? Ma'am Abila Bastatas, welcome po, newbie. Welcome po, diretso sa kusina. May lechon sa kusina. Okay, I see B's and D's. Oh, ito nag-aaway yung B at D, no? May mga na-confuse. This question is very tricky, no? So, medyo nakakalito yung question na ito. And so, we will find out kung sino yung tumpak, sino yung mananalo, yung B or D. Yung panalo may kadate bukas. Okay, now going back to your question here, number 31, which influenced the military training requirements among students in the secondary and tertiary levels? Is it letter A, Chinese, letter B, Greeks, letter C, Orientals, or letter D, Romans? Okay, now letter A mo, Chinese, this is also part of your Orientals. No? So when you say the Orients, this is the ones that you find in the East. No? So basically we're talking about the West and the East. Yung West mo, that's where you can find yung European, no? European, Americans, no? So West sila. Tayo namang nasa Asia, we would call it the East, no? So Oriental, sa Orient tayo. And so Chinese is part of the Orient, no? So we cannot choose either A or C. Ligwak na tong A or C. Kasi yung Chinese mo is still part of your Orients. Now, Chinese education, the very important contribution that they've given in education is civil service exam. No? So longest education, meron yung Chinese. And of course, they've stressed the importance of civil service exam, civil service examination as a way to choose the members of those who are going to be working in the government. No? Yan yung sabi ng Chinese education mo. Ang letter B and letter D mo, nakaka-confuse, no? Nako-confuse ka kasi parehas naman silang may military training, parehas silang civil education, no? Civil education, education to help the society, yan yung sinasabi nilang pareho. Pero yung tumpak na choice natin dito ay letter D, no? Romance po. Bakit Romance? Bakit hindi Greeks? Now remember, Greeks, this is a general term and you have two parts for this, and not both part would have military training, no? It's only Spartan who would have military training. Yung inyong Athenian po wala, no? Yung Athenian mo would have education for the mind, the body, and soul, no? Holistic education, tutoring, no? So medyo pampered yung kids sa ating Athenian education, pero yung sa Spartan mo, it's all focused on military training, no? So military training lang talaga. But here, Romance would be the better choice kasi alam naman natin yung Romance, they would want to teach the students to become productive and responsible citizens in the future. So kasama na doon yung training din in the military, no? So how to protect and how to serve the country. Kasama siya sa Roman education. And so we're not choosing letter B here. Yung tumpak pong choice dito ay letter D, Romance, mas specific. Letter B, Greeks, has two parts, and so we cannot choose letter B, no? So D po ang tumpak na choice, okay? May naiyak na. Okay lang yan, no? Hindi pa naman actualet. Okay lang. At least sa actualet, alam nyo na kung ano yung choice niyo. Okay, so letter D is tumpak. Now, we go to number 32. In order to make Roman education truly utilitarian, how should the day-to-day lessons be taught? Letter A, taught in the student's native dialect. Letter B, taught, interestingly, through the play method. Letter C, related and linked to the events happening in everyday life. Or letter D, practiced at home under the guidance of their respective parents. Oh, ayun. Walang kadate yung mga mali, no? So tama daw, sabi ni Facebook user. Tama, walang kadate yung mali. Ayan, sabi ni Ma'am Angelica Kapa, tumpak, may kadate ako bukas. Okay, number 32. Again, gentle reminder for those of you who are watching us on our Facebook page, no? Mapuputol po yung inyong video. Yung video nyo ay shorter version, no? So again, for you to enjoy the full-length video, mapamember po kayo sa Team Peshay, no? So dun po yung full-length video natin. And of course, you can download this PowerPoint presentation. It's a one-time payment. Wala pong monthly payment. Wala pong extra payment. Wala pong hidden fees. And of course, our membership is until September 2022. So kahit na June pa po kayo magti-take ng LET or March or wala pa po kayong schedule, no? Or September pa po kayo magti-take, pwede na po kayong magpa-member para of course you have easy access to all the materials that we have and you can enjoy yung full length natin na video. Ganon din po sa ating YouTube channel, mapuputol din po yan. So magpa-member po kayo sa Team Peshay. Okay, number 32. In order to make Roman education truly utilitarian, how should the day-to-day lessons be taught? Again, when you say utilitarianism, for the good of the many, no? For the better good of everyone. The more, the merrier. Yan yung sabi ng utilitarianism mo, no? For the common good. Is it letter A, taught in the student's native dialect? Letter B, taught interestingly through the play method? Letter C, related and linked to the events happening in everyday life? Or letter D, practiced at home under the guidance of their respective parents? Okay, and the correct choice here, of course, should be letter C, related and linked to the events happening in everyday life, no? So, utilitarian siya, it has use, no? May useful siya, and of course, it can be useful to everyone if they are linked to their everyday lives, no? If they can apply whatever it is that they've learned in school. Kung ano yung na-learn nila sa school, na-apply nila in daily living, and so they can also help other people, no? For the common good. Itong ating letter, yung ating utilitarianism. And so letter C is tumpak. Okay, letter C po ang tumpak na choice for number 32. Next one, number 33, religious rituals in the classroom and in the school programs prove the deep natural religiosity of the Filipinos, which philosophy has greatly contributed to the tradition. So who taught us rituals? Sino yung nagsimula ng rituals? Is it letter A, Buddhism, letter B, Confucianism, letter C, Hinduism, or letter D, Islam? Ma'am Jean Puod Barrientos, naghahanap na yata si Ma'am Jean Barrientos ng isang member, no, para ma-enjoy yung Barkada promo. Okay, so yung mga gusto pong mag-enroll, no, po pwede nyong i-contact si ma'am, no? So naghahanap siya ng isang member for their Kabarkada promo. Again, paano po mag-join? Mag-send po kayo ng message kung saan po kayo nanonood ngayon. Okay, number 33. What's your choice for number 33? Letter C, letter B, A, B, C, D. Kompleto. Okay, pero mas maraming letter B. Alright, so again, sabi na number 33 mo, no? Religious rituals in the classroom and in the school programs prove the deep natural religiosity of the Filipinos. No? As we all know, we'd usually start our class with a prayer. No? So sa Pinoy, sa Pilipinas, palagi nag-uumpisa with the prayer. No? Sa Ateneo, we'd always start with silencing muna. Pagpasok mo sa classroom, hindi ka magsasalita, nasa isang sulok ka lang. And so eventually, the kids would also settle down. No? So magsisettle din sila, tatahimik din sila. And then you can already start with the prayer. And usually, meron ding closing prayer, no? So, dito sa Amerika, bawal yung prayer, bawal kasi mag-proselyte dito, bawal mag-influence sa kanila ng religion. Marami sa kanila walang religion, although marami din naman Christians, no? Pero hindi Catholic. Maraming Baptist, maraming iba-ibang sects ng Baptist dito. Now, sabi ng number 33 mo, which philosophy has greatly contributed to the tradition? Sino yung nakapag-influence sa atin, no, sa tradisyon ng ritual? Is it letter A, Buddhist, letter B, Confucianism, as Confucius, letter C, Hindus, or letter D, Islam? And the correct choice here is letter B, Confucianism. So siya yung nag-introduce ng ritual sa atin, no? So si Confucius yung nagsimula ng ritual. Sabi ni Confucius, you should follow the 5 relationships, no? Husband and wife, your elder brother to younger brother, yung leaders to his constituents, no? And of course, sabi, for the society to be a better society, to be a good society, you should be following rituals, no? So you should be conducting rituals. So yan yung sabi ni Confucius. Now, what about the rest of our choices here, no? Ito naman yung ating Buddhists. Sa Buddhism, they believe in the 4 Noble Truths, no? So number 1, sabi nila, human life has a lot of suffering, or what you call dukkha, no? So isa kang dukkha. Yung dukkha means suffering. As a human, our lives would really have suffering. So kaya tayo nagsasuffer dahil we are living our human lives, no? Because we are humans and we are living our life, and it should have a lot of suffering, or what they call dukkha. Number 2, the cause of this suffering is greed, dahil sa pagka-greedy natin natin, gusto natin meron tayo lahat, no? Gusto natin makuha natin lahat ito. Kaya tayo nagsasuffer, no? Which is actually true, di ba? Kapag kami nag-post ng ganito, bagong kotse, bagong bahay, minsan may inggit, no? And so you also suffer because you also want to what your neighbors have. Okay, so the cause of suffering is greed. There is an end to suffering. Sabi ng third noble truth mo, mag-i-end din naman yung suffering mo. The way to end this is to follow the middle path. No? So dapat nasa tuwid na daan ka, nasa saktong daan ka. Middle path yung ifa-follow mo for your suffering to end. Now, this is or these are the eightfold paths, no, belief pa rin to ng Buddhists. So dapat you are believing the right belief, you have the right values and attitudes, the right speech, the right action, the right work, the right effort, the right mindfulness, and the right meditation. No? So dapat holistic din, no, the right mind, body, and soul, no, yung fina-follow mo, dapat busilak lahat, no. Dapat sakto lahat. Yan yung sabi ng Buddhists mo. Now, this here is for the Hindus. Okay, so Hinduism, sabi naman ng Hinduism mo, they believe in several things. No? So meron silang tinatawag na supreme force, which of course they call Brahman. So si Brahman yung kanilang pinaka-god. No? But the Hindus, we know them to have a lot of gods. No? Marami silang gods na sinasamba. Iba't iba yung klase ng gods nila. Gods are manifestations of Brahman. So there's Vishnu, who is called the preserver, si Shiva, who is called the destroyer. Lumalabas po ito sa let, no, si Shiva. Shiva the destroyer. Then they also believe in reincarnation, no? Sabi ng reincarnation mo, there's an afterlife, no? So mabubuhay ka ulit. They also believe in dharma, which is rules and obligations, karma, fate based on how dharma was met. Okay? So depende sa kung anong naging actions mo in your previous life, it's going to be the basis whether you'll have good karma or bad karma. They also believe in moksha, the highest state of being, the release of the soul, no? So para siyang nirvana sa Buddhismo, ito yung moksha. They have the Vedas and the Upanishads, okay? And also, they've brought about the caste system, no? So ito yung pinaka-social structure nila. Sabi ng caste system ng Hindus mo, if you were born poor, you should also die poor, no? Yun lang yung hindi maganda sa belief nila. So hindi ka makaka-intermarry, hindi ka po pwedeng makapag-asawa ng mas mayaman sa'yo. Yung pananamit mo, dapat base lang sa social level mo, social status mo. Hindi ka po pwedeng gumamit ng ginto. For example, if you are an untouchable, no? Kung isa ka sa mga poorest, member ka ng poorest of the poor, dapat yung pananamit mo, kung sino nakakasalamuha mo, kung sino magiging jowa mo, kung sino magiging Valentina mo bukas, ay depende sa level ng inyong social status. Yan yung sabi ng caste system. Ganges, yes, this is a river where they would perform rituals. Now, hindi ko lang alam kung until now ginagawa nila dahil nga sa presence ng COVID-19. Okay, so that's Hinduism. Now, of course, these are the 5 pillars of Islam. And marami tayong mga kaguro na Muslim, no, na mga nasa Mindanao. Assalamualaikum po. And of course, this is part of their beliefs. No? So they believe in the 5 pillars of Islam. They fast during Ramadan. No? So during Ramadan, hindi sila kumakain. Usually, anong oras ba nagsistart yung fasting? Is it from 4 a.m. until 7 p.m.? No? So from umaga hanggang gabi, nagfa-fast sila. Sa gabi yata sila kumakain. No? So that's some. Pilgrimage to the holy city of Mecca, or what they call the Hajj. No? So once in your lifetime, if you're a Muslim, dapat pupunta ka sa Mecca to do the Hajj. And then there's the pledging of the faith, no? Or what they call Shahada. The ritual prayer, or what they call Salah. So they pray 5 times, no? 5 times per day. And of course, there's the charity to the poor, or what they call Zakat. Okay, so these are the 5 pillars of Islam. Okay, but then again, we were looking for Confucius. So Confucius yung nagturo sa atin ng ritual. All right, next one. 34. Teacher N views his students as unique, free-choosing, and responsible individuals. All classroom activities revolve around the said premise. What theory underlies this? Is it letter A, essentialism, letter B, existentialism, letter C, progressivism, or letter D, realism? Ayun, 3 a.m. to 6 p.m. yung fasting. Okay, what's your choice for number 34?